Wiggy time on the fly, ladies and gentlemen. What up? How y'all doing? There I am. There I am. There I am. Telling the referee what's going on. The other ref, Paul, the Goof Turner. And this is Jersey All Pro Wrestling, baby. Suicidal Wrestling. This match, as you can see in the description, Reckless Youth versus Rick Effin Blade. One-on-one for the Cruiserweight JPW Light Heavyweight Championship. And this match needs to be seen on YouTube. It needs to be out there. It needs to be in public view. Because too many indie matches get lost. All right, the audio is actually pretty good on this, so I'm going to let you listen to Reckless Youth's promo. Stand by.
Pretty smart if you ask me.
The story goes just like this. I just came from doing a shot about a half an hour south of here, and the fans actually appreciated Reckless Youth. Unlike this disease-infected rat hole of a building here in South Philly, I could have stayed home and kicked my feet up and relaxed instead of coming here and performing in front of you thankless pieces of garbage.
Reckless Youth not endearing himself to the fans here.
Shut your mouth while I'm talking.
Try to show the man some
I'm about
respect.
sick and tired of coming out here night after night. Brother, where's the heat? I am proclaiming myself. Whether Blade wants to walk out with that title or not, I'm proclaiming myself Jersey All Pro Light Heavyweight Champion in this very ring right now.
He didn't even pin Blade.
Last month in that sticking three-way, if it wasn't for that goof, Nick Burke, I could have pounded Rick Blade's shoulders into the mat. I could have got the big payday and walking home about 5 pounds lighter. You got a problem with that? Listen when I'm talking to you, jabroni. I want your undivided attention when I am speaking. Now, Rick Blade is about to walk out to this arena. God help me if I hear you people so much as beep when he comes out here. Because the only respect you should be showing is the real athlete in the ring right now, Reckless Youth.
Generic, but well done. God, this camera's shaking a lot. So yeah, Reckless Youth. I didn't like that promo. I bet he didn't like that promo. He got his point across. Too many insider terms and too generic. Here's Rick Effin Blade, the JAPW Light Heavyweight Champion. And this is actually my third take. I'm not going to lie to you people. Something happened with the audio on my end. So anyway, enough. Let's get back. I'm over. So for those of you that don't, I mean, no one would really remember this guy. Like, the average wrestling fan has no clue who this guy was, but the tape traders know. And if you were an underground professional wrestling fan, I'll say this about Rick Blade. For like 2 years, he was like the hottest thing in the Northeast. It felt like. No, I'm overstating it. But what I mean is, he was so over for a time. And it was like over so fast. His fire burned so bright and burned out so fast. I only remembered seeing him in CZW from 2003 on. And I probably haven't seen him in 20 years. Good guy. I like him, the guy. And his wife, who was his valet at the time. Yeah, and he had like some pretty cool gear. He always wore the same colors, red, white, a mixture of red, white, and black. So, you know, he wasn't, he looked, he put a little effort into his attire. mean, I know it's a t-shirt and it's not very professional looking, but I'd put Reckless Youth over and he's wearing a cut-off t-shirt and, you know, bicycle shorts. But one thing, in Reckless Youth, he had a body. I mean, he wrestled shirtless. The problem with Reckless Youth, the reason he wore a shirt, he was so damn white. Good Lord. Hey, my God. Never seen him more pet. You know, oh my! His parents were Casper and I don't know, and Powder. Nice exchange. Ooh. See, and the difference between that and today's complete dance is that looked more athletic. Spotty, but yeah, I mean, it was still athletic and it was different from some of the Mexican style that the indie guys use today and don't do right. Apologize for the lighting. That is the video cassette lighting. Nothing I can do about that. I didn't want this match to die a death. I wanted this match to live on YouTube so everybody could watch it. You know, young guys today who might have heard of Reckless Youth or heard of Rick Blade. I don't know if either one are active. Again, I don't know. I do not follow the indies anymore. So last I checked, neither of them were. But I remember when I was in high school, I would get in, you know, the Wrestler and PWI and WOW, and Reckless Youth's name would be in it. So I knew who he was. He didn't wrestle for the WWF or WCW, and he only had a couple matches with ECW. From what I'm told by some of the guys in the back, they weren't as over as maybe he thought they were. But Reckless Youth was in the WWF Memphis territory. And they wanted to give him a Richard Simmons style haircut and make him do a goofy gimmick and all that. And he turned it down. I don't know why, but he kind of got the shaft because I think he was paying like for rent in a place in Memphis and his house back home, and he's like, "This can't afford to do it." Wow, this is very fast paced. But see, Reckless Youth, everything he did looked good. Nothing looked choppy or sloppy or any of that stuff. He's always on point with stuff. And Blade, but see, Blade, I just didn't see him wrestle many people. He had a pretty good match with Sanjay Dutt at a CZW show I actually went to. Was hanging out with Moff and Homicide in the back. Was their driver for the night. I don't know what kind of submission you'd call that. That's what I would call it. Yep. Right there. Yeah, it looked like there was a lot more people at these shows when I watched them originally. It was probably, there could be 400 there. Maybe a little more than that. The bleachers did fill up. Reckless, right in the rope. Nice move by Blade, but, you know, rope's right there. Originally, I think I had this match, and me and Paul switched 2 matches. And I didn't immediately regret it, but I did half regret it, because I never reffed these two against each other. I refereed Reckless Youth against a lot of people. I refereed Rick Blade against a lot of people, but never against each other. And they did work a bunch. Good stuff. Nice senton. And he's still chewing his gum the whole way through. See, the thing with Reckless Youth, too, and I said this in my other videos, but it's true. You know, if he was tan and his hair was different, his just look was a little different. And he's got no X factor whatsoever. But he's good. Oh. And when you say that, it sounds like you're crapping on guys, but you're not. Like, you know, I mean, he died early, but if David Von Erich looked like Kerry Von Erich, he'd have been the biggest star of all time. Oh my God. See, it was a move like that Rick Blade would actually get hurt pretty bad later that year at CZW. I talked about it in a previous video when the Hit Squad wrestled Supremely Great and Tommy Suede. You can check that out on my channal. Monster Mac cut a vicious promo on Rick Blade because JP donated money to him. And it was a thing, but it was later that year. It was like May or June at CZW. He did a move like that you just saw, which is sweet looking, but if you're that athletic, go for it. But just remember, it's high risk. Blade has Reckless down. I got in that ring too. The other thing about that ring, those ropes felt like a friggin' apartment building. They just felt like they were so high. I don't know, this ring more than any other ring I was ever in. Well, you see what happens there. See that was just called a segue. Reckless now. I did not know that was gonna happen, but maybe. Rick Blade. If you ever see this, sorry for the jinx, but yeah, didn't those ropes feel high as hell? Good God, I don't know. I felt like I could like slide under the bottom rope like with ease, like walk under it. Definitely just me. I mean, JP gave these guys a lot of time. It was Fat Frank and Ray, and I remember they had like 15 to 20. But Frank's like, yeah, go as long as you want. Because Reckless did actually double shot on this day, and he made it to both shows miraculously. Which ain't bad. Make a few $100. A lot more than me. Reckless. And Reckless, alright, his tights here aren't flashy, but he was consistent in his attire. Yeah, I remember, let's see, it was 01. Then I didn't see Reckless like all 2002. And then midway through 2003, he came in back into Ring of Honor as the technician Tom Carter. He went by his real name. And then worked for a while. I saw him a little bit, but it's weird. It's like we didn't really cross paths much after that. It was just, wrestling is weird that way. Ooh. Nice, man. Reckless is ridiculous. What's he setting up for? Right up. He's signaling for his finisher. The Tickle Monster Plex. I have no clue what Reckless's finisher was. He never got. No. It's always different, if I remember. I didn't really ref too many of his matches where he won. Like everything was like a big finish. I know I have him versus Loki somewhere that I refed. It was one of my first bumps. It was a brilliant move, and Reckless actually called the finish. If I can find that match, I'm going to put that one up, too. Reckless called a cool spot. I never did. Me and him did it. Again, it's blowing my mind. These are 20 years ago. It's just, like, this is legitimately 21 years ago. And I used to, give old people the frickin' business all the time growing up, but 2000, 2001, 2002 does not feel that friggin' long ago. It's so... I could feel 2002 right now. I could feel 2004 right now. It's unbelievable. But time's crazy. And good reffing. I'll put Paul Turner over. He's a great ref. Just personally, I have my differences with him. And we're never going to see each other again. Doesn't matter. But that looked worse than probably easy. But yeah, he's okay. Oh, did he miss? I think Rick Blade didn't move, but I didn't see that. But here's the proverbial double down. No, it's not. I was incorrect. Oh, that guy right there in the sunglasses. That's Hat Man's friend. He died, the next year? A couple months. He was at like every ECW event with Hat Man. You'd see them front row every friggin' time. Ooh, nice. See, I like that one. The timing's perfect. I mean, it still looked a little set-up-y, but when you get the timing perfect, it could be like it's still supposed to look like a fight. And this stuff, I mean, some of the stuff, yeah, does look very athletic, but some of it still does look like a fight. 2. Just think, Blade was babyface all the time. He just didn't know how to work the people. Not that he necessarily had to when he was a babyface, but if he just could learn that little bit of how to pull them in a little. He was a prospect, that's for sure. He was highly talented. But prospects don't always pan out. I love that move. That kind of fisherman's twister. It's a sweet move. Yeah, like what Paul London was for you Ring of Honor fans, you early Ring of Honor fans. That was the Rick Blade comparison, where London's was just, just a phenom. Just he had these sick matches to Please Don't Die, Please Don't Die. That'd have been Rick Blade in this time. Yeah, man, sometimes London just defied gravity. Love Paul London. Paul London, if you're watching, love you. I friggin' love you. I'm going to say I love you 10,000 times. Going for a chair. What is Rick Blade going to do? He's going to take a seat and play bingo. Because technically this was still a bingo hall back then. I think. Yeah, it's not the new Alhambra yet. In the comments, if anyone knows, give me the order. Viking Hall, New Alhambra, Citizens Bank Park, and 2300. Is that the list? Oh, Blade. Ooh. I mean, that building did get a lot nicer. And oh, nice. Nice. The building did get a lot nicer, but I kind of liked it when it was a piece of shit. It was more nostalgic. 1, 2, not got him. I think Blade wins. I think. Yeah, I think he does. He's gotta. Oh, they heard me. They're going in their home spot. Reckless going to the tip top. God, those ropes. I'm getting a nosebleed just thinking about how high those friggin' ropes are. Wham. Nice. Nice. Here's the proverbial double down. It makes more sense now. But Blade rolls out of the ring. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not. Oh, those steps. God, I remember those steps. So I stopped walking up them. Felt like you were gonna friggin' wobbling up and started running, sliding underneath the rope. And where the F are they going? They're going somewhere. They did a table spot here? Guessing so. I'll ask Doug. Hey, Doug. Doug don't know. I guess he does go to the top. I didn't know there was a table deal here. Oh, and most conveniently, there happens to be a table. Why do they leave the tables there? Don't they know? After all this time. I don't remember any of this, so I'm watching this with you. I never knew what Extreme Air meant, because that wasn't like it was Rick effing Blade. Not Rick, Extreme Air, Rick Blade. See, that's what he was missing. No, that's just... No way. Oh, I don't even remember this. I thought he did this the month before. He's up there. Reckless is far as shit. No way. He is far as shit. Oh my God. Alright, now I remember it. There I am again. They told me to run out and check him anyway. There's friggin' Ray Sager. He ran to check. That was a perfect explosion by that table. Wow, now I do remember. He was far as hell. What an athlete. See, the psychology of it is why would he beat him up all the way down the aisle just to do that? But here I am. I'm pointing out the horse underneath friggin' Lady Godiva. But the imagery is cool. You know? Reckless has got to get Blade in the ring. You can't pin the champion outside. It's got to be in the squared circle. I love how title exchange rules would change all the time when I was a kid. And the rules for the Royal Rumble every year were different. One year you could throw yourself out. The next year, no, you got to be thrown out by someone else. No, I was counting. That's why Vince McMahon retired. Because I knew about the Royal Rumble rules changing year to year. And I was going to expose him. It's too late now. My 3 million goodbye. See, Blade's up already. And no one sold anything anyway. Oh, Sweet Falls. 1, 2, 3. No, I think Reckless wins this. I thought he did anyway. Was it when Moonsault is finished? That's all it was. He just bumped 11. That was sweet. Reckless was an athlete too, man. Yeah, Reckless. When's the last time I probably ref for him was 2007. It was Reckless and Don Montoya against Mil Mascaras and some other guy. And we were both marking out that we got, we could finally check Mil Mascaras off our lists. But, oh, Jesus Christ. No. That was kind of shit. But I couldn't do one at all, so who am I to talk? I would never attempt it anyway. Reckless Youth. Now, somehow still in the offense. See, they should have moved that table spot to way later. Too much shit going on now. So, okay, this is 21 years ago. I understand not everything from my era made sense. Nothing from your era makes sense. But, this is 21 years ago and it's too much. We wonder why wrestling kind of, It's sweet, it's cool, it's interesting, but overall, what the fuck does he do now? Sweet. That's 3, is it? It is. That was a fucking good match. Man, I hope you guys enjoy this one. I really do. I'm really glad I found this one. I put this one up. Reckless Youth, Rick Blade, outstanding. Turner, if you ever see this, great reffing. It was outstanding. That match was well performed. I mean, psychology-wise, I could pick it apart. Everybody could, but everybody did an amazing job in that. Wow. Yeah, Blade was something to watch. Well, that's Wiggy time on the fly. Hope you all enjoyed this one. I'm going to keep releasing some old stuff and more nature stuff and more sports predictions and all that, everything. So like, comment, subscribe, do it all, and go to bed. And if there's anything you can ever do for me, just let me know. Arrivederci and ciao. Signing off.